Hi, everybody. It's Gene Simmons, and you're not, and you're listening to the Potter Than Hell podcast with Steve, BC, BB, and Dylan. But you knew that, didn't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Potter Than Hell podcast. This is your last stop on the crazy train of hard rock and heavy metal. So sit back, buckle in, and hang on. Here we go.
Hello, Potter Than Hellions. Welcome back to the Potter Than Hell podcast. This is Steve, and with me this week is
BC.
And on the keyboards,
Dylan.
And back by popular demand, since he is not going to be rocking with us this year on Monsters of Rock Cruise, we figured I'd get him on an episode talking about some Monsters of Rock bands. And we have from the Growin Up Rock Podcast, Mr. Steven. Michael, how are you, buddy?
Yo, you get me instead of Pooney. You're welcome.
Yeah, because I'm going to have enough of him in a couple of days, actually. Today's the 30th. Not the 30th.
The 8th.
The 8th. I wasn't even fucking close.
Not even close.
not even in the neighborhood.
I don't know what the hell I was trying to say. Yeah, today is the 8th of April, so we're going to be leaving for Miami in 2 days. So by the time we get back, I will have had my fill of sunny, maybe by Saturday. Who knows? It could go either way, but it's always fun, though. So, and Steven is not going this year, so we miss you. We will miss Jen even more, but we'll miss you a little bit.
Yeah, what can I say? It's going to be sad not being able to rock wine tea at the pre-party with you boys.
Well, you're not that far away. Just going out for the pre-party.
Yeah, that's a far. That's 12 hours. No, thank you.
It's only half a day.
Yeah, okay.
If you leave at 6 in the morning, you'll get there at 6 at night. You'll be good.
Plenty of time for
Sleep
wine,
over,
too.
stay over the night, and go home in the morning. I got it all planned out for
that's a no. That's a no, Jim.
You're no fun. So, Steven, how are you otherwise?
Yeah, all is well. It's rocking. It's rolling. It's all good. I'm going to give up MORC this year for a European trip. So looking forward to that later on in the year. But, hey, maybe you guys can come down for Monsters on the Mountain in August. It's going to be a good one this year. They got some good bands lined up for Monsters.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to you about that. I need the lay of the land for that. So maybe.
It's a lot. There's a lot to do there. It's fun. It's definitely fun. I mean, we've been to 2 now.
Tourist time.
Yeah, one was in Pigeon Forge. We went to the one in Gatlinburg the year before last. And so I got the lay of the land the year before last. And it works well. I mean, it's a good setup.
All right, cool. Dylan, how are you?
It's been a rough week already, but I'm excited to talk about these albums. I think it's going to be some fierce battling going on.
I agree. How about you, BC? How are you, buddy? You kind of look a little relaxed today. A little more relaxed than you have been in a couple episodes. How are you?
I only got one more, hopefully 6 hours tomorrow. That's it.
That's true.
We're out of here.
I think I'm going to work 4 hours tomorrow. And then I could start packing.
I didn't start yet.
I have some stuff out, but I got a long way to go.
I have a game plan. I have it all kind of where I used to.
I do too.
Gotta.
But I was talking to the girl that sits next to me at work. Her desk is next to mine, and I'm like, you know when I know it's getting real? When I print my luggage tag. So,
I got it.
all right, yeah, we'll deal with your computer stuff after we're done recording, BC. All right, so last week we did the Monsters of Rock Cruise preview. We had me and BC and BB. Dylan was off that week. And we had Richie and Sonny. Sonny, thank you once again for recording us. And we had Boo Boo, better known as Granza. And we had Pam there. Chris's girlfriend. And
Difficulties.
we did have a little difficulties in the beginning there. Did I say, and Richie too. Did I say Richie? I don't think I said Richie.
You said Richie.
Did I? Okay.
Richie.
Well, he was there. So yeah, we had I enjoyed it. It was a cool preview. We had a little twist to it. We didn't do the normal Monsters of Rock Cruise preview. but we did get to have some laughs and have a good time, though. What'd you think, BC?
Oh, it was a good time. I mean, a good group, fun. Of course, what we did was always kind of fun and kind of like, damn it, because you know it until you put it on the spot.
I know, and stuff
Gets
like
you every time.
Yeah, and stuff like that. Like if you listen to someone else's, and Steven, I know you know because I just did this on another podcast recently, and like when you do a trivia or a game show, and if you're listening to it and you're not involved, you're like rattling off answers like bang, bang, bang. But when it's you on there, you're like a dummy.
Mm-hmm.
And but it's always
different when you're under them.
100%.
It's easy to play Monday morning quarterback.
Oh, absolutely. When you're sitting in a room by yourself, it's easy, other than everyone looking at you and you're trying to come up with answers for whatever, or some of the crazy shit that Pooney throws out there that, you're trying to wrap your head around what it actually is, let alone trying to get a fucking answer for it. But always fun, though. Always fun. So, before we get into this, what have we been listening to? Steven, how about you? What have you been listening to lately? I haven't talked to you in a little bit.
So I've been checking out a lot of the records so far released in 26. So the new Gems record, I've been going front to back on that, which to me, that one gets better with every listen. And it really got good to me when I listened to it front to back, because the way the record flows, it flows really well. Checking out the new Black Crowes quite a bit. I'm really digging that. I think it's a really good record. And then Eddie Trunk, of all people, had a new band on, go figure, that I had not heard of, and I want to check it out. And it's not bad. The name is super stupid, but so the name of the band is The Band Feel. Like, that's the name, The Band Feel. And it's kind of got like a 70s vibe, a little bit of Dirty Honey mixed in. It's pretty good. Rival Sons mixed in. It's a combination of kind of all of that. So it's definitely worth the listen. They've got a couple of EPs out there. Look them up. I think maybe if you guys are into Rival Sons or Dirty Honey or any of that kind of stuff, you might dig this band.
That's cool. Yeah, you know what? I saw that name somewhere, and maybe that's where I saw it on one of his posts or something like that. I'll have to check them out. All right, BC.
They're an American band.
They're coming
to your town.
Yep. They'll help you party down.
All right, BC, what do you got?
I've been fishing. As Steve always knows, I try to fish to find some new music that catches me. But other than that, I've been checking some of the older Ron Keough stuff out. He put out a lot of stuff that I didn't even know he put out. And I've been delving back into the Sister Sin collection. Other than that, and then getting ready for tonight's fun.
For me, I still am hooked on that Tail Gunner album, Midnight Blitz. Absolutely loving it. Steven, I don't know if you checked it out. I don't even know if you're even a live album guy. I don't think we've ever even had that conversation. But the Massive Wagons live album came out a couple weeks ago. I think is a really good, fun album, especially after seeing them live.
Yeah, I did get to check that out myself, and yeah, I am a Massive Wagons fan. Live, I like live. I don't know if I like it as much as you, because you really like live records, but I definitely try to throw one on here and there, and my wife and I both sat down on a Friday night and had a little drink and checked out that Massive Wagons live record. It was killer. Really, we enjoyed it.
All right, good. And also the Exodus album I've been kind of binging on a little bit too. So that's what I got going. Dylan, how about you? What do you got?
Well, I finally decided to check out the new Lamb of God album, Into Oblivion. Came out a couple of weeks back at this point. And boy, it's heavy. It's a good album. I really am enjoying it. I think it might make the end of the year list. It's just aggressive, which is what I look for from Lamb of God. I tried to listen to a little bit of the new Corrosion of Conformity as well, but I didn't get too far into that, so I don't really have an opinion on that at the moment. But Lamb of God, that's definitely worth a listen. BB might not like it because of the vocals, but instrumentally, it is heavy.
Well, there's no might not like it at all for BB. He will hate it.
Yeah, it is.
I have to check that out too.
It's very good.
All right, so that's what we got going. Some Gems album, Year of the Snake for Steven. Steven, I love that album too. I think they finally got their feet underneath them. And I think this is way better than the last one. And he's also got some Black Crows and the band Feel, a la Eddie Trunk. I'm going to have to check that one out too. Dylan's got the new Lamb of God album, Into Oblivion?
Into Oblivion.
Into Oblivion. And he was trying to check out the new Corrosion of Conformity album, which I can't blame him for not getting through that one. BC, are you listening to like Ron Keel solo stuff? Or just Keel stuff?
Ron Keel.
Ron Keel. Solo artist Ron Keel.
Solo artist, country artist.
I just say Ronnie Lee Keel?
Hip hop artist.
Him and his trusty acoustic guitar and pickup truck?
He puts out.
Well, he had
stuff
that Iron Horse too, right?
Iron Horse.
Iron Horse.
I already have. I heard that many times. And I almost forgot the new Black Label, of course.
Yeah, I was checking that out. There's a couple duds on there. And BC also has Sister Sin. For me, I have the Tail Gunner album, Massive Wagons live album, and Exodus. So let's battle. Let's get ready to rumble, or whatever that guy says. I think that's what he says, right?
Yeah.
So I figured might as well keep in the Monsters of Rock Cruise theme, so we'll kind of have like a little trifecta of Monsters of Rock episodes coming up. So we did the preview. We're going to do this Monsters of Rock Cruise album battle from bands, and then we'll, of course, when we get back from the cruise, we'll be doing a wrap-up show. So we'll have a little trifecta there. So let's battle. So the first album battle we're going to do is, and I tried to find albums that matched up, like a number of songs. There was, I think, one or two albums I threw out, little acoustic or little interlude type shit. But and the thing is, too, caveat to this, that I didn't realize it until BC brought it to my attention, like, I don't know, like last week or something like that. When I matched up the songs, I was transcribing them onto my thing off of Wikipedia. So a couple of the songs order on this battle are not what is on what you would see on streaming. So I don't know if that's... I'm going to have to look to see if any of them, like if what they have on Wikipedia is the original, or if they're mixed up on streaming or whatever. I don't know. So if you're going along with us and you have your albums or you're looking at them, a couple of the songs won't match up to what is on streaming. So first battle here is going to be a band that as soon as I saw them, I thought they were just like kick ass. And I never even heard one note of these guys, so I saw them live and I was hooked by like 15 seconds into the show. And then the second one is band that seen open for Kiss twice, and they're a staple. Actually, both of these bands are pretty much staples on Monsters of Rock Cruise, even though the first band is not on this year. So first battle is going to be Tesla Mechanical Resonance, came out in 1986, versus Slaughter Stick It To Ya, which came out in 1990. So here is what battles we're going to have. Easy Come, Easy Go versus Eye to Eye. Coming at You Live versus Burning Bridges. Getting Better versus Up All Night. Too Late for Love versus Spend My Life. Rock Me to the Top versus She Wants More. We're No Good Together versus Flight of the Angels. Modern Day Cowboy versus Mad About You. Changes versus That's Not Enough. Little Susie versus You Are the One. Love Me versus Give Me Your Heart. Cover Queen versus Desperately. And Before My Eyes versus Loaded Gun. So I wanted to, when we were going to do this initially, it was just going to be the four of us, myself, BC, BB, and Dylan. But I wanted to get someone on the show that would be a tiebreaker if anything tied. So I naturally thought of Steven, since he wasn't going on the cruise with us, so I figured I'd get him involved in the Monsters of Rock stuff here. So Steven, before you give your... we'll go song by song for a pick real quick. We don't need to go in detail, but just when we go around, just kind of give your quick cliff notes of the band that we're talking about, and then we'll get into it. So Steven, Slaughter and
Tesla.
Tesla, I absolutely love them. I was there on the ground floor. I got the first record when it came out. I was fortunate enough to see them in a really small club before I think it was right as they were coming off the road with David Lee Roth. So it was really like their first tour, their first few shows. It was early on in the process. So I felt very fortunate about that. I've talked about it often before. When you get the record and you see the band live, it's a marriage made in heaven, and that's what it was for me. I was a Tesla fan from the first day. Slaughter, Stick It To You. Of course, I knew Slaughter from the whole Vinnie Vincent fiasco, and I thought the first record was a really solid effort out of the gates for them. I liked the record. I'm not sure they're not a band that has worn well on me over the years. I don't hate them, but they just have not worn well for me over the years. But that being said, this first record's fantastic.
What do you got, BC?
Oh, Tesla. I mean, like you said, when I first got this album, I was like, damn, blew me away. And like you, I was hooked. I didn't get to see him live on that tour, but hooked as soon as I got this album. And of course, Slaughter, if you're in the Kiss world, you followed Vinnie Vincent, who was in his band, and they went and formed this band, which when this came out, it was a little bit different than everything else that's out there. So it was very cool. And another great album. 2 great albums there.
Dylan, I'm sure yours will be a little different.
Yeah, so Tesla is a bit of a love-hate band for me. They've become my nemesis live because they refuse to play Coming At You Live whenever I see them. I've seen them 5 times. They have never played Coming At You Live for me.
Well, they played an acoustic the one show, right?
They did not.
Oh, they skipped it that night.
They skipped it that night, yep. Because I was looking at the set list and I pointed at, hey, they do Coming At You Live. And then they skipped over it, and I was so pissed the rest of the event.
They played Penn's Peak the night before and did it.
Yes, exactly. So I was very excited that it was going to happen, and they didn't do it. So, bit of a love-hate relationship with Tesla, but I do really enjoy this album, and I enjoy Psychotic Supper, and there's some good stuff on Great Radio Controversy. Slaughter, they are very loud live. That's my experience with Slaughter. They really crank up the volume, and it's not in a good way because it almost is a block of sound rather than hearing each instrument the way it should be heard. Mm-hmm. I do like this album, and this is really the only album that I'm familiar with for Slaughter because they're not a band that I go to as often.
All right. And for me, unlike Steven, I saw them open for David Lee Roth, and like I said, they had me hooked from the first notes. But it seemed like forever till I was able to get that album in our area. And then Slaughter, I had obviously heard Up All Night, and then I saw them open up for Kiss twice on Hot in the Shade tour, and always enjoyed them. And I'm kind of on the Steven ship here that they have not really aged well for me because of the reason that Dylan said that we've gone to shows and it's like sometimes you're grasping to be able to tell what song they're playing because it's so fucking loud. However, I don't know I think it was Richie that was saying that when they played on the pool deck last year on Monsters of Rock Cruise, it wasn't bad.
It was outside.
It was out because
the sound
it was
was
outside.
able to escape.
So they do have a pool stage show this year, so I'm hoping to catch that or part of it just to see.
Just turn it down.
Just to see what they fucking sound like loud. Yeah, it's crazy loud.
My issue with them is the last few times that I've seen Slaughter, MORC does nothing but scream. I mean, I'm not kidding. He screams, and it's annoying. So I don't know whether his voice is gone. Of course, he's getting older. He plays guitar a lot more than he used to, and he's a great guitar player, but it's just, I don't know, man. I can't take his voice live anymore. It's just really, really wears on me.
He does scream a lot, and also we do have BB's votes. So Dylan's going to read out BB's votes as we go along. So, all right. So easy come, easy go, eye to eye. What do you got, BC?
Easy come, easy go. Tesla.
Steven.
Easy come, easy go.
Dylan.
I have eye to eye because I don't think Easy Come Easy Go is a good opener. compared to a song that I think should have been the opener. So I went with Eye to Eye. I think it's a much better opener between the two.
Okay. I also have Eye to Eye for that same exact reason. I don't know why the hell they did not open the album Coming at July. I have no idea what the thinking on that was. Mm-hmm. And what's BB got?
BB comes down on the side of Tesla. Easy come, easy go.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. And, all right, Coming at You Live. Dylan, what do you got?
Okay.
Coming at You Live versus Burning Bridges.
It's got to be Coming at You Live. That was the first song that I heard from Tesla, and it is still my favorite Tesla song.
Steven.
Coming at you live, baby.
All right, BC.
Come on, Coming at You Live.
Same for me. So we got a sweep. We got a goocher on that
We do
one.
not have a goocher.
Oh, we do not.
We went
Oh,
with Burning Bridges.
Whoa,
Come on, BB.
Come on, BB.
Had to be
Well,
a
it was good to hear
contrarian.
from BB one last time on the podcast. What the fuck, BB?
Yeah.
All right. Getting Better versus Up All Night. I will go on this one. I'm going to say Up All Night. Dylan.
I agree with you. Up All Night. I think it's a iconic Slaughter song.
All right. BC.
Getting better.
All right.
BC has to believe it's getting better.
It's got to get better.
Steven.
I love Getting Better, but it's Up All Night for me on this one.
All right. We're kind of all over the place so far. All right. Next track, Too Late for Love versus...
BB had Up All
I'm sorry.
Night.
BB had Up All Night? Okay.
BC, the lone gunman on that one.
Oh. So you ruined it on this one.
Yep.
All right. Mr. Tesla. All right. Fourth track, Too Late for Love versus Spend My Life. I will go first on this one. Too Late for Love, by far.
Too late.
Too late. I think that's why that they use the numerals in the title, I think. Steven, how about you?
Oh, it's Too Late for Love all the way.
Should I even ask BC?
Too late for love.
All right.
Come on.
What did BB have?
Well, we finally have our goocher. We both BB and I agree. Too Late for Love definitely beats out
All right.
Spend My Life.
Yeah. That song's okay, but it's not great. All right. Next track, Rock Me to the Top versus She Wants More. And what's BB gotten on this one?
BB Wants More.
BB Wants More. How did I know he was going to pick that one? That song's fucking terrible. I go with Rock Me to the Top. How about you, BB or BC?
Rock me to the top, people.
All right. Steven.
Rock me to the top, baby.
Dylan, which way you going?
I also go Rock Me to. I love the rock.
Yeah.
Like that's my favorite part of the song.
So BB fucked that one up, right?
He did. Yep.
I think he's just thinking about Vinnie Vincent.
Yes.
All right.
Vinny Lover.
Next track. These ones are pretty evenly matched, feel-wise here. We're No Good Together versus Fly to the Angels. What do you got, Dylan?
I went with We're No Good Together because I have an extreme burnout factor on Flight of the Angels.
Okay. Steven.
I just think Fly to the Angels is too good of a ballad, so it's Fly to the Angels for me.
All right. I'm going... Actually, for me, I'm burned out on Flight of the Angels, and I think We're No Good Together is such an underrated song. I'm going with that.
So you don't think Fly to the Angels is a better ballad than We're No Good Together?
Not even close.
Now what?
I think it is an extremely underrated song. I've always loved that song. Flight of the Angels is good, but I am burned out on it.
It is fatigue. The burnout factor, I get that part of it, but just
I know.
analyzing like song to song.
No, but I do think We're No Good Together is a better song.
All right.
All right, who do we miss on this one?
BC.
BC, what do you got?
We're no good together. Come on.
All right.
Even like song to song, not even taking in the burnout factor. Just
That's my thoughts, yeah.
The feel of that song's so much better.
All right, next track 7, Modern Day Cowboy versus Mad About You. What do you got, BC?
It was tough, but Modern Day Cowboy.
All right. Dylan.
I agree, Modern Day Cowboy. This was tough. Mad About You is a good song, but the dual guitar action on Modern Day Cowboy just sends it for me.
All right, Steven.
Mad About You is a good song, but it wasn't tough. Modern Day Cowboy by 100%.
Yeah. What did BB have?
BB agreed, Modern Day Cowboy.
Okay, so we got another Goocher. I go with Modern Day Cowboy. It's got a gong in it twice. And that's a song that I think the video is fucking perfect for it too.
Yeah, no, it's great.
You got Slim Pickens riding the nuke down out of the B-52. Gotta love it. All right, track number 8, Changes versus That's Not Enough. I'm gonna go first on this one. I'm going That's Not Enough.
Okay.
And I just want to say the rest of these songs on this album I have not picked until now. Dylan.
I was torn, partially because I had That's Not Enough winning on it before I got the list, and I was matching the songs with other songs. But I ultimately went with Changes. I like the roller coaster of changes, I'll say.
Okay. What's BB got?
BB also has Changes.
Okay. Steven.
So for me, it's actually going to be That's Not Enough. Yeah. I've never been a huge fan of Changes. I like it. It's okay. But, yeah, that's not enough for me.
All right, BC, I see you shaking your head, so I know what you're going for. What do you got?
Changes, baby.
Changes, okay.
All right, is it 2 albums?
Huh?
We're talking about 2 albums, I guess.
Because BC's only been voting for Tesla.
I know. All right, track 9. Little Susie versus You Are the One. I'm going to go first. I'm going to go with You Are the One on this one. I am.
BC facepalmed.
Little Susie's okay. I always just... Something always irked me about that song. I don't know what it is, though. It's always irked me a little bit. I don't know why. What do you got, Steven?
I got Little Stevie's on the up. Little Susie for me.
All right. BB.
BB is also going with Little Susie.
All right. How about you, Dylan?
I hate Little Susie, so I'm going with You Are the One.
All right. All right. Track number 10, Love Me versus Give...
Yeah, BC went with
I'm
Little
sorry.
Susie, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I keep thinking that I didn't ask you because you're losing your mind over there. All right.
not gonna get better.
Love Me versus Give Me Your Heart. BC, I'll let you go first on this one.
Fucking love me, bitches.
We do love you, BC.
Come on.
Come on. Dylan.
I also went with Love Me. That's one of the Tesla songs that I do very much like.
All right. Steven.
You know I want you guys to love me. Come on now.
We're trying. You don't make it easy sometimes.
Sometimes you just...
I don't make it easy. Come on. You guys have done with Pooney.
I know.
He's the one that doesn't make it easy. Cloudy.
But you know what, Steven? I am going to miss because on every Monsters of Rock cruise that we've been on, there's always that one show that you and I go to, that we hang out and we check out and rock out. And I'm kind of sad we're not doing that this year, my friend.
What would it be this year, Steve-O?
I don't know. I would have to look.
Symphony X, I can see you guys checking.
Symphony X, I can't wait to
I
see
can
that.
see you guys checking it.
So I don't know.
I think we're all going to we would all lose our minds at Black Label on the pool stage.
I won't be losing my mind. I might be losing my mind wishing I was at another show. I'm burnt out on those guys, big time.
Really?
Yeah. I hope to see a couple new songs, but for me, after the third song, it all just sounds just like the same song. And the holding the guitar up in the air after every song and the pointing to the sky 8,000 times during a fucking song drives me crazy. All right. Anyway, so where were we? Who went? BC went. Steven went. Did I go? I went, right?
I don't know if you went.
Okay. I go with Love Me. Give Me Your Heart is terrible. Love Me is freaking fantastic. What do you got, Dylan?
I also have Love Me, and so does BB, so that's another Goocher.
Another Goocher. All right. Yeah, Love Me's great. This, for the most part, the back half of the albums, Little Susie kind of throws it for me. Okay, next track, Cover Queen. Dylan, what do you got?
I was very surprised.
Versus Desperately, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was very surprised how much I liked Cover Queen. This was a song that I hadn't really had on my radar, so I think for the shock factor, I have to go with Cover Queen.
Okay. Steven.
Cover Queen has always been the hidden gem on this record for me personally. I absolutely love Cover Queen and always have.
All right. Let me guess, BC. What do you got?
You would have to be desperate to pick something other than Cover Queen.
That's true.
Well, BB
You'll
must
be
be
desperately
desperate.
grasping at
Are you kidding
sand.
me?
Yeah, BB desperately.
BB, oh,
Jesus. No wonder he's not here.
he was afraid to show
He
up.
was afraid to show his face.
I got Cover Queen by a mile. Love that song. I agree with Steven. I think it is a song that's like kind of forgotten for them guys, and it's just fantastic. All right, last track on the album, Before My Eyes versus Loaded Gun. Steven.
For me, it's Loaded Gun. Before My Eyes is another one that's like Changes, where I like it, but it's just okay for me. Loaded Gun's a better tune, a more rockin' tune.
Dylan.
I went with Loaded Gun as well. I think that's a really powerful like rocker to have towards the back half of the album.
I am also going with Loaded Gun. And BC, what do you got?
I'm going with Loaded Gun.
All
I
right.
mean, it's a.
I would say, is that the only song you picked?
That's the only song I picked from Slide. I love both albums, but when you put Tesla up there, sorry. It's like night and day.
It was tough to pick albums.
Apples and oranges. I mean, for me at least. I mean,
What BB got?
BB picked Before My Eyes.
Did he really?
He did.
My God.
that's why he did not come tonight.
What a few
Further proving my point.
Oh my God! Oh BB!
Where did you guys get that hat?
Oh my God! Now we know why he didn't come tonight.
Yeah, see?
Holy shit! All right. So what's our tally, Dylan?
The final tally, not a blowout, but very close to it. 10 for Tesla and 2 for Slaughter.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, only Up All Night and Loaded Gun won for Slaughter. Everything else was going the way of Tesla.
Yeah, that was one of the ones that was not close for me. Tesla is literally almost a desert island record for me.
I know BC only had one Tesla song picked. I had a couple. All right, so there's Tesla wins with a knockout.
Yeah, that was a
all right. Albums number 2. We're going
squash match. They call
Squash
it
match.
In wrestling.
Oh, really? We're gonna do Pretty Maid's Future World that came out in 1987, and Y&T Mean Streak that came out in 1983. Bands, Steven, what do you got for these guys?
I think this is a bit of an unfair match, although I like both bands a lot. Pretty Maids has a ton of material out there. Y&T has a good bit of material out there, but Y&T has sort of been with me for a really long period of time, whereas Pretty Maids came to me a little bit later. And as much as I like Pretty Maids, I've seen both bands live now. We finally got to see Pretty Maids last year. So I like them both, but this is a bit of an unfair matchup for me.
BC.
Pretty Maid's Future Road. I remember hearing that stuff for the first time. Going out and getting the album. I've been on board since then. At Y&T Mean Streak, I mean, I got in Rock We Trusted when that came out, and then went backwards. I mean, it's Y&T. Very, very, very tough battle for me here.
How about you, Dylan?
Pretty Maids is a band that I had next to no experience with. I knew various songs. Of course, I knew the title track for Future World. But they're a band I've dove into. Y&T, on the other hand, a band that I'm very much familiar with. We got to see them at BB King's. Fantastic. Seen them a couple times. I just think that they're such an underrated band. But I was very excited to also check out Pretty Maids with this one because I've heard so much about them, and I was curious to hear if they would live up to the hype.
We'll find out. All right, for me, I pretty much like these guys from the first time I saw the Future World video on MTV. Loved it. Bought that album right away when I saw it. Y&T Mean Streak, that was the first album that I had checked out from these guys, and my buddy Chris bought it when we used to do our album excursions on the weekends, and always enjoyed that one. So let's see where we end up on this one. So, track to track, here we go. It's going to be Future World versus Mean Streak, Loud and Proud versus Straight Through the Heart, Love Games versus Lonely Side of Town, Yellow Rain versus Midnight in Tokyo, Rodeo versus Breaking Away, We Came to Rock versus Hang 'em High. Needles in the Dark versus Take You to the Limit. Eye of the Storm versus Sentimental Fool. And Long Way to Go versus Down and Dirty. Dylan, what do you got for the first roundup here?
Okay, this was the first that I really struggled with because I think these are both fantastic tracks, iconic tracks for both bands. And I went back and forth for the longest time about which one I was going to go with. I ultimately went down on Future World because of the impact of when it kicks in and the keyboard sound adding in that just extra. But Mean Streak is right below it. It was neck and neck for sure.
All right, BC.
I'm sitting right next to Dylan. Same problem I had. Back and forth. I'm like, oh, how do you pick a kid? You know. But when the dust settled, I picked Mean Streak.
Okay. Steven, I could probably venture a guess for yours on this one.
Okay, so first of all, I forgot to mention the album Mean Street, the Y&T record. That's my entry point for Y&T. So, like you, Steve, it's the first record I got. This is my entry point. So, I think that Future World is an absolute banger of a track. I think it's completely awesome. There's just one problem with it. It ain't Mean Street. so my vote is for Mean Street.
All right, what's BB got?
BB went with Mean Streak.
He did? Okay. I'm going with Future World. I love it, and trust me, it is so close.
Yeah.
But thinking back to the first time that I heard each song, I was really like, holy fuck, a little bit more with Pretty Mates. Okay. Track 2, Loud and Proud versus Straight Through the Heart. What did BB have?
BB went with Here It Comes Again, Straight Through the Heart.
All right. Steven.
Straight Through the Heart for me.
All right. Dylan.
I also went Straight Through the Heart.
BC.
Loud and Proud.
Loud and Proud. And I also am going with Loud and Proud.
Okay. We're
I
very
don't know, Straight Through the
split
Heart. The
so
chorus
far.
is kind of a little on that one for me. All right, track number 3, Love Games versus Lonely Side of Town. Steven.
So this is an interesting for me because I chose Love Games, which is slightly poppy for Pretty Mates, but I actually like this tune.
All right. BC.
Again, very hard struggle here, but I went with Lonely Side of Town.
All right.
Background vocals.
Dylan.
I also went with Lonely Side of Town. This was another difficult one, but I kind of like the rocking of Lonely Side of Town.
All right. I'm with my friend from Georgia there. I'm going Love Games. How about BB?
BB wants to play a love game as well.
Really? All right.
First win for Pretty Mates.
Wow, no shit. All right. Next matchup is Yellow Rain versus Midnight in Tokyo. BC.
One of my go-to songs, Yellow Rain.
Really?
Love when
Cool.
after the slow.
I know. Dylan.
This was a very difficult one for me. I thought I was going to be making fun of Yellow Rain, being like, what is it? They talk about piss? Like, what's going on here? But when it kicks in, holy shit. And like Midnight from Tokyo is also a really, really good song. But I had to go Yellow Rain just because I wasn't expecting it to rock out as much as it did.
All right. Steven.
I cannot trust the yellow snow, so I chose Midnight in Tokyo.
You don't get snow down there. Who are you kidding? All right, for me, I'm going Midnight in Tokyo. This was always a standout on the album for me. Yellow Rain is fantastic. That kick into it was very tough, but Midnight in Tokyo, yeah, a little bit more because it's like steady through the whole song. All right, next tracks are
BB went with Midnight Tokyo.
I'm sorry, BB went with Midnight. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry, BB. All right, next tracks up is Rodeo versus Breaking Away. I will go first, and I am going. And this one kind of has a little poppy feel to it. Also, I'm going with Rodeo on this one. What do you got, Dylan?
I also went with Rodeo. I like that song
All right.
quite a bit.
Okay. How about BB?
BB Went with Rodeo as well.
Really?
Yes.
All right. Steven.
Well, I'm not good with the lasso, so I'm going Breaking Away.
It's breaking away from the rodeo.
What do you got, BC?
Rodeo.
All right. Wow, Steven was the one that fucked that one up, right?
Yep.
That's
All
cool,
right.
Steven.
All right.
You're welcome.
Track 6. This is a tough one. We Came to Rock versus Hang 'em High. What do you got, BC?
Very tough one on this one, but Hang 'em High was where I came out at.
Leather across his thighs, watching out the night. Dylan.
I love the Hang 'em High, so I went with that. It was close though. I really like We Came to Rock.
Okay. Steven.
Shout out to the diver down there, Righty. I love it, but I am also going to Hang 'em High with Y&T because it is a killer tune.
All right. What BB have?
BB decided that he came to rock.
All right. I also came to rock.
Okay.
All right. This is a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
All right. Track number 7, Needles in the Dark versus Take You to the Limit. Steven.
I'm going to go Take Me to the Limit.
All right. BC.
Needles in the dark.
All right. What did BB have, Dylan?
BB also likes Needles in the Dark, and maybe that's why he had to go to rehab again.
Could be. Could be. What'd you have, Dylan?
I went with Needles in the Dark as well. As much as I want to make an Eagles joke, I'm going with Eagles in the Dark. Or Needles in the Dark.
All right. I'm going to go with Take You to the Limit. I super, super love Needles in the Dark. But I'm going with Take You to the Limit because this is a song that I hated until I saw it live. And now I love it.
Okay.
Love.
All right. Penultimate tracks on the album, Eye of the Storm versus Sentimental Fool. BC, are you in the Eye of the Storm or are you a sentimental fool?
You'd be a fool not to pick Eye of the Storm.
All right. Dylan.
Well, I'm a fool. I picked Sentimental Fool.
Okay. What did BB have?
He also picked Sentimental Fool.
Okay. Steven.
I'm also a sentimental fool.
I am with BC 1,000% on this one. Eye of the Storm. All right. Last track on the album. Only 9 tracks on both of these albums. And Long Way to Go versus Down and Dirty. BB, what do he have?
BB had a long way to go.
All right. What did the other Killer B have?
Down and Dirty.
Down and Dirty for BC. Okay. Steven.
You got to get down and dirty for it.
All right. And I'm going to go Down and Dirty, I think. Close, though. Close. All right. What's the tally, Dylan?
Well, I also voted Down and Dirty. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
the final tally is 6 for Y&T and 3 for Pretty Maids.
Wow.
Yeah. But I will point out that there were no Goochers in this.
No.
It was
No.
a split for most of it. A lot of them were 2 to 3. So right down the middle on a couple, a good number of the votes.
I had
So,
6-3 Pretty Maids.
Yeah.
But I love it's tough. These are tough. It's like
Yeah.
I love both of all 4 albums. I really like. Slaughter's probably on the lower side of the ones we've done so far because I think there's more skippers on that one than any of the other 3 albums that we talked about.
If Y&T would have lost this, Sonny would have lost his mind.
I was kind of hoping for that. we should have planned it. where Y&T got fucking stomped. So that's our first 2 battles. Tesla, Mechanical Resonance versus Slaughter, Stick It To Ya. Tesla was the winner in that matchup. And the second matchup was Pretty Maids Future World versus Y&T Mean Streak. And Mean Streak took the trophy on that one. So before we get going into our hidden gems and our other
Second
2
half.
albums that we're going to battle, we're going to do a little gem song here. All right, for this week, we're going to do... I've talked about this album since it came out. Absolutely loving it. So we're just going to play the title track from the new Tail Gunner album, Midnight Blitz. Dylan's going to play it now. back. Hope you guys enjoyed Midnight Blitz from Tail Gunner, the title track of the new album that came out this year. It came out in January. I'm loving the shit out of it, so hope you guys enjoyed it. And we got a little time today, so we're going to do Hidden Gems this week. So, Steven, you're the guest today. What do you got first?
So my hidden gem is not a song or a band, but I don't know if you guys have Hulu or not, but if you do, I got a chance to check out that new Billy Idol documentary on Hulu, and it's pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I think it's called Not Dead Yet, Billy Idol. If you get a chance to check it out, even if you're not like a huge Billy Idol fan, it's still entertaining. I like music documentaries, so give that one a check out.
I'll have to check it out because actually he just announced tour dates today, and there's one here in Scranton coming up in September, I think. So, God, and our venue sucks here. I don't even want to think
Is
about
it at the
going.
Cultural Center?
No, it's at the Montage.
Oh.
So,
Way to pick
yeah, I definitely want to check that out. I'll have to check it out, Steven.
Horrible.
What do you got, Dylan?
My hidden gem is an album that just came out by a group called Cactus alongside Carmen Appice. Appice, is that how he pronounces it?
Carmine Appice, yes.
Yeah. Temple of Blues 2 All Stars. It looks like it's basically just a bunch of cool blues songs featuring the likes of Carmine Appice, Billy Sheehan, Bumblefoot, Steve Morse, Rudy Sarzo, Alex Skolnick, BC.
Yes.
Dee Snider, Tracy Guns, Britt Lightning from Vixen, Ted Nugent, Bob Daisley. So it really is an all-stars album of some cool blues songs. So check it out.
To check it out. Wonder if is Bonamassa on there?
I don't see him, but Joe Lynn Turner is. Phil Susan,
Oh, okay, cool.
Pat Travers.
Oh, there you go. That's all right. All right, for me, my hidden gem is a song it's on an EP that's coming out, and I know Dylan really digs these guys, and it actually kind of ties into Steven's hidden gem. My band that I love that I found a couple years ago, the 69 Eyes. They have an EP coming out in June, and the first song off there is called I Survive, and it features Steve Stevens. So that's what I got. How about you, BC?
I coming across some things and the new upcoming album from Confess with Metamorphosis, probably the Wicked Temptations. The video popped up somewhere along my way. Pretty good. I mean, I've been hearing a few albums from these guys in the past, but not bad. Maybe we get them on a cruise one year. Yes.
All right, so there's our hidden gems. 69 Eyes, I Survive song featuring Steve Stevens for myself. The Confess album coming out, Metamorphosis, and the song Wicked Temptation on there for BC.
I got that wicked
Sensation. Cactus, Temple Blues 2 for Dylan. And the Billy Idol Not Dead Yet documentary for Steven on Netflix, you said, right?
Hulu, right?
Hulu.
Okay, let's get back to the album battles. This first battle is going to be Skid Row, self-titled, came out in 1989, versus Warrant, Cherry Pie, came out in 1990. All right, Dylan, Skid Row and Warrant, what do you got for those guys?
So Warrant grew up hearing Cherry Pie all over the place. Heaven as well got a lot of play, and Cherry Pie was on Guitar Hero, so of course we play that quite often. But didn't see them until M3 it was when Rockaholic came out. So it was around that time because we had picked up that album like right before it came out. They had it for sale, and really enjoyed it. And Skid Row, you would always hear 18 in Life. You would always hear Youth Gone Wild. I Remember You. Sebastian Bach was on Gilmore Girls. And it wasn't until a little-known person came in to sing for them, who I miss every day. I wish he would come back because he was so good. Eric Grunwald was amazing with Skid Row. He added so much energy to the band. One of the best bands I've seen at M3, thanks to Eric Grunwald. And the Gangs All Here album was fantastic, but the first two Skid Row albums are just unassailable, in my opinion. They're a fantastic showcase of this kind of sleaze turn of the decade. and I go to them quite a bit. So there's the radio friendliness of Warrant versus my personal love of Skid Row going on here.
All right. How about you, BC?
Skid Row, I remember picking this up, reading about these guys picking it up. It was right before we graduated high school. So, of course, we picked it up and drank many beers to this album.
Still are.
Still are to this album. And, of course, Warrant was that was probably a Meadow Edge find. Reading through the pages of Meadow Edge came up with this new band before they came up with their first album, Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich. Been a fan of both these guys since they first came out.
Okay, yeah. For me, I remember when Skid Row came out, you'd hear 18 to Life, you'd hear...
You come on. Read the arm.
And I remember you. They're the ones but then when I heard Youth Gone Wild, I'm like, okay, this is what I want to hear from these guys. And after hearing I Remember You and 18 in Life, I'm like, I don't even want to buy this fucking album. And I didn't until I heard Youth Gone Wild, and I'm like, all right, so and by then I should have known that they're gonna play the crappy songs that I don't like usually first on these albums, but never looked back after that. Warrant, I was familiar with them when this Cherry Pie came out because I had seen them on tour. They opened up for Motley Crue on the Dr. Feelgood tour, so I got to see them twice. I saw them in Binghamton, and I saw them in at the Meadowlands, actually. And it's weird because these are battling each other, and I met Sebastian Bach at this show at the Meadowlands, and he came out, played with them. Ace Frehley came out and played with them at the end of the show, and Sebastian told me that. He said, dude, stick around. He said, because I'm going to get up and play with these guys, with Crew and Warrant, and he said Ace Frehley's here, and so he told me that. And I was on a bus trip, and I was telling the people on my bus trip at our seats that we have to stay to the end of the show because Sebastian Bach, the guy from Skid Row, and Ace Frehley's going to come out and play with the Crew. So no one believed me until they actually came out and played. So that's my little thing with these guys. Steven, how about you?
For me, I love both of these bands. This is definitely one of the tougher battles of the night. I was there from the ground floor for both of these bands. So I can remember cruising the malls with my buddies. And my buddy used to have one of those IROC Camaros. Remember those?
Uh-huh.
He used to have one of those. We used to blast out the Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich record, and then, of course, the Cherry Pie record. And when Skid Row came along, Skid Row was a little bit different than a lot of that stuff because, to me, Skid Row wasn't really a glam band. They were much heavier. Yeah, they had all the hair and everything, but they had big, fat riffs. So it's kind of two totally different bands. They're both hard rock, but Skid Row leans to the heavier, more aggressive side, whereas Warrant obviously is more sort of glammy. But I've seen them both live many times. Love them. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this battle.
All right, here's our matchups for these two albums. We have Big Guns versus Cherry Pie, Sweet Little Sister versus Uncle Tom's Cabin, Can't Stand the Heartache versus I Saw Red, Piece of Me versus Bed of Roses, 18 in Life versus Sure Feels Good to Me. Battle 6, Rattlesnake Shake versus Love in Stereo, Youth Gone Wild versus Blind Faith, Here I Am versus Song and Dance Man, Making a Mess versus You're the Only Hell Your Mama Ever Raised. Battle number 10, I Remember You versus Mr. Rainmaker. Final battle of this battle will be Midnight/Tornado versus Train. And what does BB have for the first one, Dylan?
BB's pulling out the big guns.
BB's pulling out big guns. BC.
You know I like big guns.
Big guns. Okay. Steven.
It's got to be Big Guns for me.
Okay. Dylan.
Bang, bang, shooting like a firing squad.
I'm going Cherry Pie.
Of course you are. Boo.
I can't not see Bobby Brown on the video when I hear this song. I love Big Guns, though. Okay.
Tomato.
Track number 2, Sweet Little Sister versus Uncle Tom's Cabin. Dylan.
Okay, this was a tough one. I really do like Sweet Little Sister, but Uncle Tom's Cabin just has that wow factor for me. So I had to go Uncle Tom's Cabin.
All right. Steven.
It's a no-brainer. I like Sweet Little Sister, but Uncle Tom's Cabin is awesome.
All right. I'm going Sweet Little Sister. Absolutely love that song. I love Uncle Tom's Cabin too.
Nuts.
I love Uncle Tom's Cabin. I do, but I think Sweet Little Sister is just such a great second track. I know BB's got Uncle Tom's Cabin, so that's a no thing. What do you got, BC?
I went Uncle Tom's Cabin, just that kick in. I love when when the tune just kicks in.
Okay.
Music video? You don't have to think about the music video for this one? With the
Bobby
bullet
Brown's
holes?
not in it.
Bobby Brown's not in it.
Who was it? Korn. They copied off them later.
Yeah.
All right. So, hey, I fucked up both Goochers on that one, didn't I?
You did. Yep.
All right. Yes. All right. Track number 3, Can't Stand the Heartache versus I Saw Red. BC, what do you got?
I can't stand the heartache. I mean, it's just good rocker.
Dylan.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a rocker over a ballad most days of the week and twice on Sundays.
Steven.
Oh, for me, it's definitely going to be Can't Stand the Heartache.
What's BB got?
BB also has Can't Stand the Heartache. Are you
Really?
going to mess us up again?
Dylan. I would maybe pick Danzig over I Saw Red.
I was going to say, I'm like, there's no way that you're not picking.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think Warren's ballads are fucking terrible. I think they all suck.
Well,
You're
there's a lot
nuts.
of them on this album.
I know. So,
You're
Spoiler.
nuts. I'm not even a ballad guy, but Warren's ballads are great. I mean, Janie Lane can write a great melody, but I mean,
I've yet to see it.
at the end of the day, I'm going to pick a dang rocker over a ballad, but I think Warren's ballads are really good.
All right, so we got a Goocher, right?
We do,
Okay.
finally.
All right, track number 4, Piece of Me versus Bed of Roses. Dylan.
Piece of Me is my favorite on this album.
Okay.
I love the sleaze of it.
Put me down for a Piece of Me as well. Bed of Roses, terrible. BC.
Piece of me.
Steven.
All right, Righty, come get a piece of me.
BB's got what?
BB also has a Piece of Me, so that's another Goocher.
2 in a row. All right. Track
around
number
it,
5.
around we go.
18 in Life versus Sure Feels Good to Me. I'm going to go first on this one, so y'all can do what you want after that. I'm going Warrant on this one. I'm going Sure Feels Good to Me. I like it's a good rocker. I like it. What's BB got?
BB also has Sure Feels Good to Me.
All right. BC.
Sure feels good to me, people.
Dylan.
I also went Sure Feels Good to Me. I do like 18 in Life, though. But
I do, but
I think after like the 2 slow songs from Warrant, I was really excited to see a more fast-paced
I mean,
one.
I think 18 in Life is better than any Warrant ballad. Steven, what do you got?
Here's where things are going to get crazy for the people listening. It sure feels good to me.
All right, another Goocher.
Gooch.
A Warrant Goocher. All right, track number 6. Rattlesnake Shake versus Love in Stereo. BB.
BB, of course, picked Love in Stereo. We've listened to that song how many times on this podcast?
Couple, 2, 3. I may have picked it 1 or twice. BC.
I love in Stereo. I mean, you got the John D piano. You got the.
You do.
It's just killer.
Steven.
Killer.
Steven.
If you can have Love in Stereo, why would you take anything else? Love in Stereo, baby.
All right, Dylan.
Yeah, this is the lesser of the Rattlesnake Shakes songs, so I have to go Love in Stereo.
All right. Same for me. Another Goocher. All right. I like Motley Crue's Rattlesnake Shake.
That's what I'm saying.
Way more.
Da, da, shake, shake, shake. Bah, bah.
My podcasting partner on Queensrÿche Podcast hates the deep tracks on Dr. Feelgood. They're the best songs on the fucking album, including this one. Yeah, come on, Ray, work with me.
Ray.
All right, next battle is Youth Gone Wild versus Blind Faith. What do you got, BC?
Read the arm.
Read the arm.
God, wow.
It says Vic Rattlehead.
Oh, sorry. There I'm at.
Steven.
Come on. Youth Gone Wild.
Dylan and BB.
Yeah, we both have Youth Gone Wild. That's a no-brainer.
That's another Goocher. Okay.
I haven't heard.
It has the name of the band
Yeah.
in the song.
Shit, if it wasn't for me, we'd fucking Skid Row be wiping the floor with these guys. All right. No, not really. Two of the Goochers were warrant so far.
Yeah.
All right. Next battle will be Here I Am versus Song and Dance Man. Dylan.
I went with Here I Am.
Steven.
This was tough. I love Here I Am, but I also love Song and Dance Man. So Song and Dance Man for me, baby.
Okay.
What's BB got?
BB has Here I Am as well.
Really?
Yes.
BC.
This is a tough one, but I went with Here I Am.
All right. I have Here I Am as well.
Okay.
I
Is that-
expected to be the odd man out on that
Oh,
one.
Steven fucked that
Yeah.
one up. Yep. Okay. That's all right. All right. Track 9, Making a Mess versus You're the Only Hell Your Mama Ever Raised. BC. What do you got?
You know me. I usually make a mess.
But you are the only hell that your mama raised.
I'll go next. Making a mess. What my wife accuses me of all the time. Actually, right before we started to record, if you recall. I think I accused her. Anyway, making a mess. What's BB got?
BB's got 3-4. Let me show you the door. It's better off dead. I'm making a mess of me.
All right. Steven.
Yeah, I like You're the Hell. What is it? You're the only hell your mama ever raised. I like that, but I don't like it as much as Making a Mess. Making a Mess for me.
Are we gooching it, Dylan?
We are. That's a classic Skid
Making a
Row
Mess
song.
is fucking great. Yeah. All right. Track 10, I Remember You versus Mr. Rainmaker. Dylan.
I think I'm going to be the only outlier here. I have to go with I Remember You. Has sentimental value to me. So.
Okay.
Woke up to the sound of pouring rain. I love that. Like that. Snake's little, acoustic ditty there is catchy.
All right. Steven.
Oh, it's Rainmaker all the way. I love this song.
BC.
It's a hit for a reason. Mr. Rainmaker.
It was a hit?
I Remember You was a hit. Do you want to?
I was getting ready to say,
It wasn't even a single? I don't know.
Are you thinking of Iron Maiden's Rainmaker? Because that wasn't a hit either. But
I'm going to go with Mr. Rainmaker.
yeah, can you say Mr. Rainmaker?
Can you see Mr. Rainmaker?
Who we got? Yeah.
That
Dylan,
was-
what do you got?
Yeah, that was everybody for.
Oh, was
Because
everybody?
I was the outlier on
Dylan
that
was
one.
the
and
outlier.
I knew I
Okay.
was going to be.
All right.
Because Mr. Rainmaker's a great song, but I Remember You just has that sentimental feeling for me.
Okay. Last track. Midnight/Tornado versus Train. What's BB got?
BB went with the cover.
All right.
Train.
Steven.
yeah, I got to skip the cover. I'm going Midnight Tornado.
All right. BC.
Midnight Tornado.
I also went with Midnight Tornado. I like a good outro instrumental, like with
Oh, yeah.
like with Cold Gin, very Kiss like. So I had to go with that.
I'm changing what I have on mine. I had Train, but I'm going with Midnight Tornado. I can't pick a cover.
Yeah.
Even though y'all did picking Little Susie, by the way.
I did not pick Little Susie.
Well, not everyone. Not everyone.
I'm consistent.
But, yeah, I'm going to go with Midnight Tornado. Dylan, you actually talked me into it with the oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love the. It's a fun little.
It
capper.
is. I like that. Okay. Good call. All right, so what's the damages here,
The
Dylan?
final tally is 4 for Warrant and 7 for Skid Row.
All right, I had 1, 2, 3.
I had 7 for.
7.
I had 8-3. So.
I had 7-4.
Yeah.
Steven, what was your tally?
Mine was a little bit closer. Let's see. I had 6-5 for me. Skid Row.
All right. Okay, final battle of the evening. I saved the the big guns. We already talked about big guns, but the big gun albums, at least I think that these are probably the two most
Even.
maybe. That's for everybody else to decide on their own. So we have Cinderella, Night Songs from 1986 versus Bullet Boys, self-titled 1988. And BC, what's your history with these guys?
Cinderella was one of those ones that I went to the local record store. The one that was in the mall, I can't think of the name at the time.
Listening booth?
Was it Listening Booth or the Wall? One of, they
Well, it was
whatever.
Listening Booth, then it was the Wall.
Yeah. But
Suncoast.
Depends on when.
they had this album up on the wall when you walked in, and I was like, man, that's a pretty cool cover. I mean, so I bought it just from the cover of the album, and I loved it. And then, like, I don't think it was a month later, they were playing a amusement park around here. This is before they went on tour with anybody. And then the Bullet Boys that's another one of those Meadow Edge, hey, check these guys out. So I bought the album and liked it and caught them opening up for, I want to say Rat. One of those 3 bands on the bill tours.
Interesting. Steven? Oh, me? Okay. Cinderella, I would hear all over the place. You would hear Nobody's Fool. You would hear Shake Me, Gypsy Road. Just always kind of play it around. And I got to see Tom Kiefer live. Didn't get to see Cinderella live, but got to see Tom Kiefer live. And Bullet Boys, I don't have that much on. I, heard them here and there. Of course, Smooth Up In Ya, I knew. But otherwise, they're not one that really entered my radar for much of it outside of playlists that you all had. So this was the first time that I listened to this album front to back, I will say.
Steven, how about you?
Another battle where I was on the ground floor for both of these bands. Got the first record, saw them both live on those first tours. Saw Cinderella opening up for David Lee Roth on the Eat 'Em and Smile tour. Saw the Bullet Boys. I want to say probably the first time I saw Bullet Boys on that first tour was in a club. I actually think it was Bullet Boys in Living Color was the bill.
Nice.
So it was interesting because it was in a 500-seat club, and Bullet Boys were just so killer live that first tour. I know that everybody was like, David Lee Roth. I don't care. He was killer. He was really good and could sing. And Cinderella, same. They were just fantastic with the guitar flipping and all that other crazy stuff. This one was incredibly close for me. This is going to be a really big battle.
All right, yeah, for me, mine's kind of similar to BC's. I literally found out about these guys right after they played that show that BC saw. You saw at Rocky Glen, BC. And I was like, shit, like if I had heard about them like a week before, I would have been at that show too. Mm-hmm. And I've seen them. They played with Bon Jovi at the Kingston Armory. Great band. Got to see them really early in their career. Bullet Boys, of course, Smooth Up In Ya. I knew the video before I saw them. And the concert you're thinking of, BC, was Bullet Boys, Winger, and Cinderella. And that was on the Long Cold Winter tour. Bullet Boys self-titled and Winger self-titled. Fantastic show. All 3 bands came out at the end of the show and played a couple songs. It was fantastic.
So then was Rat, Kicks, Britney Fox.
Rat, Kicks, and Britney Fox.
Okay.
Yep.
I get the mix.
Yeah, we've seen a ton of shows, great shows at that venue. So that's what we got for them. So here's the battle that we're going to be having. Night Songs versus Hard as a Rock. Shake Me versus Smooth Up In Ya. Nobody's Fool versus Ode to Joe. Nothing for Nothing versus Shoot the Preacher Down. Once Around the Ride versus For the Love of Money. Hell on Wheels versus Kissin' Kitty. Somebody Save Me versus Hell on My Heels. In From the Outside versus the Crank Me Up Music Spotlight. Crank Me Up. Push Push versus Badlands. And Back Home Again versus F number 9. All right, first battle is going to be Night Songs versus Hard as a Rock. What do you got, BC?
These are 2 albums that the first album he just totally loves, but there's somewhere in my heart for the song, and that's why I went with it. I went with Night Songs.
Night Songs, okay. Dylan.
I went with Hard as a Rock. I think I like the vibe of it a little better than Night Songs to open the situation, though I do really like Night Songs. I think that's kind of what tipped it over the edge for me to go Hard as a Rock.
All right. What's BB got?
BB went with Night Songs.
All right. Steven, how about you?
So I should add, both of these records are probably among the most played at the time these came out for me, but one of these two records is a Desert Island record for me. And you'll figure out which one towards the end. But for me, I'm with Dylan. As far as lead-off tracks go, how can you go wrong with Hard as a Rock? That's the way to go.
And I'm going Hard as a Rock also. I love Night Songs. I think it's a great song.
Yep.
But like Hard as a Rock really sets the stage for this album. I think
for sure.
So. You know. All right. Battle number 2, Shake Me versus Smooth Up India. We're gonna go with Dylan first.
I went with Shake Me. I love the like that part towards at the end of the chorus just gets me every time.
All right, Steven.
It's got to be Smooth Up In Ya. I'm sorry, that's just a killer groove. I dig that tune.
All right, I'm going to go with Shake Me. I wish that the first 2 songs were flipped on this album, but Smooth Up In Ya is absolutely fantastic.
Smooth Up In Ya is a great song.
That was my introduction to the band, and I think Shake Me was the introduction to Cinderella for me as well. But I'm going with Shake Me on this one. And BC.
Shake Me. Like you said. Loving it.
How about BB?
BB went with Smooth Up In Ya.
How about the drum sound on the Bolt Boys album? Isn't that fucking awesome?
Yeah, it's great.
All right, track number 3, battle number 3, Nobody's Fool versus Ode to Joe, meaning Joe Perry from Aerosmith. BC.
This is a tough one for 2 different reasons, but I went Ode to Joe.
I also went Ode to Joe. I will go over a ballad anytime. Nobody's Fool is very good.
That's
I
good.
like
That's
it.
good for.
But if there was a song on Night Songs that I would hit the restroom during, it would be this song. What do you got, Dylan?
I also went with Ode to Joe. I like Nobody's Fool quite a bit, but Ode to Joe's got that factor for me.
All right, Steven.
Let's make it a 4-fer. Ode to Joe, baby.
All right, we haven't heard from BB yet. So
Well, if you had to guess what BB did, what would you say?
he picked Nobody's Fool.
He picked Nobody's Fool.
Of course he did.
Hack.
All right, battle number 4, Nothing for Nothing versus Shoot the Preacher Down. Steven.
Shoot the preacher down. I love it, but I like Nothing for Nothing better.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
What did BB have?
BB went with Nothing for Nothing as well.
All right, I went with Shoot the Preacher Down. Fun song. I like when he does like he does that little talking thing. I think it cracks me the fuck up. Nothing for Nothing is fantastic though. I especially love how that comes in right after Nobody's Fool. I think it just down. God, I'm talking myself out of it. BC.
This is a very, very tight one. Shoot the Preacher Down though.
All right, and Dylan.
I also went with Shoot the Preacher Down. I like how different it feels. It has that old school vibe to it. A little bit of Southern blues and, I like it a lot.
What's BB on?
BB, like I had said Nothing for Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got everybody on that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I think Steven fucked that one up again, right?
No, BB and Steven.
Oh, BB. Okay.
Both did.
Hey. Interesting. All right. Battle number 5, Once Around the Ride versus For the Love of Money. I'm going to go first on this one. For the Love of Money is awesome. It's a great cover, but I got to go Once Around the Ride. Great song. Love it. And I'll most times pick an original track over a cover track, but they cover it excellent, but I'm going with Once Around the Ride. What do you got, BC?
I'm going with you. Once around the ride.
All right. Dylan.
I also went Once Around the Ride. It was a close one, but I liked the vibe of this one better.
Okay. What's BB got?
BB went the other way, For the Love of Money.
All right. Steven.
I'll be the fourth around the ride. I'll go with you guys. Once around the ride for me.
So BB's killing us.
BB, yep.
All right. Battle number 6. Hell on Wheels versus Kissin' Kitty. That's weird because the next song for the other one's Hell on My Heels. Okay, I thought
Yeah, that's.
I was just trying to look and think I was reading it wrong.
I was like, oh, we just missed it.
All right, Hell on Heels versus Kissin' Kitty. Dylan.
I went with my favorite person, Helen Wheels.
All right. What's BB got on this one?
BB went the other way. He was Kissing Kitty.
All right. BC.
Oh, BB's kissing her. I might have to kiss the kitty too.
All right. Steven.
I'm a straight dude. I like to kiss the kitty, baby.
I'm not even gonna comment on that. I'm just gonna let that one lay on the table. All right.
I knew that. I wish I could have seen your face on that. I knew it.
That's why I think sometimes we need to be a video podcast sometimes. I'm going Kissin' Kitty also.
Sonny Pooty would be proud of me with that one.
I would have called on you first so you could beat him to the punch on that one. I mean, Hell on Heels is great, but we got everybody in that one, right?
Yep. Yeah, I was the one that screwed that one up.
All right. They're both good. I mean, Hell on Wheels is great too. I mean, there's,
It is.
This is a tough battle. Track number 7, Somebody Save Me versus Hell on My Heels. And I'm going to go first on this one. I'm going Somebody Save Me. I've always liked this song. I think someone sent a version of Sister Sin doing this song today. Was it UBC?
No.
Someone did.
Yeah.
Was it Sonny or BB or
Sonny?
Was it?
And I said to myself, Sonny likes Sister Sin?
Don't get me going.
I know.
Don't get me
I
going.
You know we're living
on him.
24/7.
All right, yeah. So I have Somebody Save Me. Excellent track. Steven, what do you got?
Top 5 Cinderella track of all time for me. I absolutely love Somebody Save Me. Always have.
All right, Dylan.
I also went with Somebody Save Me. I think it's a classic.
All right, BC.
You gotta love that video. Somebody save me.
The girls.
And that is the first Goocher, because BB also went
Oh,
with
wow.
Somebody Save Me.
It took us 7 tracks to get to a Goocher on this battle. All right. Okay, number 8, we got In From the Outside versus the Crank Me Up Music Spotlight. Steven, I can let you go first on this one since we hear this on a Growin Up Rock episode every time you tune in. What do you got?
That's it. Crank me up. Gotta go that way. Love it. Crank me up.
Surprised you're not burned out on it, Steven.
What can I say? It's still there after all these years.
Well, he only listens to a little bit of it he knows the whole song every time.
That's true. But the song as a whole is very good.
It is good. Dylan, what do you got?
I went with In From the Outside.
All right. BC.
I went in from the outside too. Just that.
Yeah.
I also went In From the Outside. I love the groove of
It's got the
of that one.
sleaze to it.
It does. You picked out too, Dylan, right?
I did, yep.
BB, what's BB got?
BB also picked In From the Outside.
Oh, so Steven was the outlier in that one.
Let's go.
Oh, I can't blame him, though.
No, Crank Me Up was good.
No,
There was no wrong answer on this one. All right, track number 9, penultimate track on the albums. Push Push versus Badlands. BC, what do you got?
2 good ones, but I had to go down to the Badlands.
Okay. Dylan.
I also went with Bruce Springsteen's Badlands.
Why do you have to ruin it like that? Jesus. What's BB got?
BB went Push Push.
All right. Steven.
I love Badlands, but I always need a little push.
Overboard. That's why he's not going. He's afraid.
Afraid.
All right. I'm going Badlands, too.
Okay.
I love the chord. Badlands. And final track. Track number 10, Back Home Again versus F number 9.
Number 9.
So let me stop you there.
Okay.
Let's get this right. It's not F number 9. It means
F9
F
sharp?
9.
Sharp 9. All
Yeah,
right.
it's a guitar chord. F sharp 9.
F number 9.
F number 9. It is. What do you got, Steven?
I went, what's the other song it's battling?
Back Home Again.
Back Home Again. Yeah, I love them both, but I went F sharp 9.
Dylan.
I don't want to say the other name, so I picked Back Home Again regardless.
BC.
Back Home Again. That love it. Love.
And I'm going to go next. I'm going Back Home Again myself, too. This was a close one. This was real close. I really love F number 9, but Back Home Again just beat it out. What did BB have?
BB also picked Back Home Again.
All right, so that was a close one. That was close. 1, 2, 3.
It is 5-5, so I got to count the tallies.
Okay, so Dylan's got to count the tallies. BC, what did you have?
I had 7-3. No,
Steven, what was yours?
I had 4-6. Bullet Boys is a desert island record for me. I like Cinderella quite a bit, but the Bullet Boys is a desert island record, so it was 6-4, I think.
I had mine as a tie. What'd you have, Dylan?
I had mine 6-4, but in Cinderella's favor rather than Bullet Boys.
So who comes out on top?
Okay, so Cinderella got 28 votes for all the songs. Bullet Boys had 22, so Cinderella comes out on top with the plurality.
Philly boys.
Yeah, semi-local to us.
Very close.
Awesome, very close. This was fun. I like doing these ones. We haven't done one in a while. And always great having Steven on. So let's go around, give your final thoughts, and we'll get up out of here, and maybe I'll start thinking about packing for Monsters Records.
It's too early.
All right, Dylan.
This was really fun because these are albums that I usually don't go to as often. Except for Skid Row, these don't enter my rotation as often as a lot of the other stuff that we talk about during the podcast. Just because of how much music is out there, these albums don't quite hit the radar as much. But having said that, I think that made me a lot more appreciative of the songs that we listened to tonight. And I enjoyed them quite a bit. There was a lot of great songs that I thought that surprised me. For instance, that one song off of Tesla towards the end, Cover Queen.
Oh, Cover Queen.
Cover Queen was a Tesla song that I don't remember hearing, and I was really impressed by it. So that's why I kind of like these episodes, because it really makes you delve deep into the album, where you might just hear Coming At You Live or Changes, Love Me. You start hearing a lot of the other tracks that are buried deep inside. And you could all listen to the tracks that we talked about tonight on Spotify Playlist of the Week. I am going to have to reorder the playlist because I put them in the order that Spotify had them in, and that was the order that I had originally done my battles with. So there was a little bit of finagling that I had to do on my side, but ultimately I think it's just fun talking with you all. And Stephen, Michael, thank you for coming on. Always a pleasure to hear your thoughts on things, and very, very good time.
All right, BC.
Stephen Michael, awesome having you on. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the busty this year, so we're going to make up for it next year. These 8 albums have been very much in my DNA throughout the years, since pretty much most of them have came out. So it was fun to put them up to each other, and 3 battles were tough, and then the one battle for me was just no challenge. Even though I love the albums. Good time though.
All right, Steven, what do you got, buddy?
PA crew needs to pile in a car and come down to Gatlinburg for August. That's all I can say. And everybody can have their fun and rock out at the same time. it's always a pleasure, guys. I enjoy hanging out with you guys and talking rock and roll. This has been fantastic. We do an album battle over at Growin Up Rock. It's a lot different than this. We focus on a couple albums that are a little bit left of center. But like you said, Dylan, I enjoy going through these records, and really it gives us a chance to re-examine the songs that maybe we haven't examined in a while, and it's just a good time. And this was a great battle amongst all these records, because they're all pretty much classic records for me. I mean, these are the records that I grew up on, so very important records in my Growin Up Rock years. I loved it. But as always, fellas, appreciate the invite. I'm sure we'll see you guys over at Growin Up Rock here and there individually, as you usually come over individually. But yeah, thank you once again.
All right. Yeah, Stephen, once again, thank you for coming on with this. And all busting aside, we are definitely going to miss you and Jen this year on the cruise. Like I said, you and I always have had that show that we would get together, and just you and I would kind of rock to. Always a blast. I'm going to miss that this year, so we'll make up for it at some point in time. And but always good having you on. The album battles are fun, and I just wanted to kind of stay in the Monsters of Rock mode until we're off, and we'll have the aftershock and the after cruise episode coming up after we get back from the cruise. Actually, if you're listening to this when it comes out, we will still be on the ship. I think we'll be at sea that day, I believe, because I think it's day at sea, and then 2 days in the middle we're on islands, and then another day at sea, then back. So I think if you listen to this when it comes out, we will be on the ocean somewhere, and we will be having a good time, I'm sure. We'll have lots of fun tales to tell. And check out Stephen and Sonny on Growin Up Rock Podcast if you have not. I'm not sure where you've been if you're listening to us, but it's always good, because I think all of us have been individually on Growin Up Rock at one time or another, and it's always fun. These guys are our brother podcast, and we're neck and neck. I think we talked about it before. I think you guys came out like maybe a month, or maybe not even, maybe just even a couple weeks after we started. And like you guys, we have not missed a week. We all have milestone episodes, and and those guys are like us too, because you guys have the Friday thing that you guys put out, but we've had special episodes, so our number episode is not really the true number of how many shows we've done, but it's always fun getting together. And I like how that all of us individually get to go on Growin Up Rock, separately, and then I'll have you on, and I'll have Sonny on, and I think we've only had the both of you, besides Monsters of Rock Cruise, I think we've only had you guys on together once, besides Monsters of Rock stuff. So maybe we'll do something like that coming up throughout the year. And Stephen, you and I have in the fall, I think I'm going to have it maybe September, we're going to do our next Judas Priest 2x2, and I have the Y&T 2x2 coming up with Sonny. I think that's going to be in the early summer. So always great having you guys on. Dylan and BC, awesome job. Good job, BB, for the most part. So
Hack.
Yeah. But always fun, regardless of what happens. It's always fun, and hope you guys enjoyed it. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up. We're going to have a great time on Monsters of Rock Cruise, and Dylan will be recording an episode, one of his episodes while we're gone, but it will be out probably the week after we do Monsters of Rock 1, or I'm not sure how they're going to come out. And we'll do the same thing we used to do. We'll have our half the cruise on Hotter Than Hell, and then on Sunday the wrap up for it will be on Growin Up Rock on Sunday. So everyone out there, I hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's enjoying the spring. We're finally getting a little bit of spring weather here in Pennsylvania. Hope everybody's doing good out there. If you're a new listener, welcome. If you're a vintage listener, welcome back. And take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We'll see you next time, and there definitely will be a next time.